I hope you guys had a great weekend. Today we're going to work on some one-step equations again. We're going to go back over 10 more examples of those, and then we're going to look at some word problems. So for our first one, we have negative 10 equals z plus 3. So now we're going to look at what is attached to the z. So we have z plus 3. The 3 is attached to the z by addition, so we need to do the inverse operation. Remember, the addition is subtraction, so we're going to subtract 3. These are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with just z. Over here we have negative 10, and remember, whatever we do to one side we have to do the other, so we're going to subtract 3 from this side as well. So now on our left side we're left with negative 10 minus 3. Remember, when we're subtracting, it's kind of like adding with a negative sign, so our answer is going to be negative 13. So negative 13 equals z. Number 2, equals negative 5k. First thing we're going to do is identify our variable, which is k. We're going to look at what is attached to it. Negative 5 is attached to k through multiplication. We know that because there's no symbol. So the opposite of multiplication, division. So we're going to divide by negative 5. So whatever we do to one side, we also have to do to the other side. Okay, our negative 5 multiplied and negative 5 divided are going to cancel each other out, leaving k. So we're going to bring down our k. And over here we have 35 divided by negative 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7. And because one is positive and one is negative, our answer is going to be negative 7. Remember, if the signs are different, it is negative. If the signs are the same, it is positive. Number 3, we have 11 equals 5 plus f. First thing we do is identify our variable of f. We're going to look at what's attached to it. We have a positive 5. So the opposite of a positive 5 is a negative 5. So we're going to subtract 5. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we're going to subtract 5 from the left as well. Bring down our equal sign. Our plus 5 and negative 5 cancel each other out, leaving us with just f. And then we have 11 minus 5 over here, and 11 minus 5 is 6. So our answer is 6 equals f. Number 4, we have negative 8 equals 7 plus c. Our variable is c, and it is attached with a plus 7. So the opposite of a plus 7 is a minus 7. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. Our plus 7 and minus 7 cancel each other out, leaving us with c on the right. On the left we have negative 8 minus 7. Negative 8 minus 7 is negative 15. Because remember, a negative minus a number is adding two numbers with a negative sign. Number 5, we have r over 3 equals 11. So we're going to identify our variable, which is r, and we're going to look at how it is attached to the 3. So this fraction bar also means division. So the inverse or opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply it times 3. Whatever we do to the one side, we're going to do to the other, so we're also going to multiply times 3 on the right. Our multiplied 3 and divided by 3 are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with just r on the left. On the right, we have 11 times 3, and 11 times 3 is 33. So our answer is r equals 33. For number 6, we have v plus 3 equals 9. Identify our variable. We're going to look at what's attached to the variable, which is a plus 3. The inverse or opposite of a plus 3 is a minus 3. So we're going to subtract 3. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other, so we're going to subtract 3 from the right as well. On the left, our plus 3 and minus 3 are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with just v. And on the right, we have 9 minus 3 is 6. So our answer is v equals 6. For number 7, we have 30 equals 6n. Our variable is n, and it's attached to a 6. There's no sign, so we know that that means multiplication. And the opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by 6 on both sides to keep the sides equal. Our multiplied and divided by 6 cancel each other out. So on the right, we just left with n. And on the left, we have 30 divided by 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5. So our answer is 5 equals n. Number 8, we have h over 4 equals 4. Identify our variable of h, and it's connected to a 4 by a fraction bar, which means division. So the inverse or opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 4. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we're also going to multiply the left side by 4. These two cancel each other out, leaving us with just h on the right. On the left, we have 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So our answer is 16 equals h. Number 9, we have 3s equals negative 18. Our variable is s, and it is connected to the 3. There's no sign, so we know that that means multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide by 3. We're also going to divide the right by 3 to keep the sides equal. So these will cancel each other out, leaving us with just s on the left. And on the right, we have negative 18 divided by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. And because we have a negative and a positive, the signs are different. So it's -6. Number 10, we have -2x equals negative. Our variable is our x. It's connected to a -2. There's no sign that it is multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by -2. Whatever we do to the left, we also have to do to the right. So over here, our 2's cancel each other out, leaving us with just x. And over here we have 18 divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. And because they're both negative, the signs are the same, so it's going to be a +9. Okay, so x equals 9. We're going to move on now to word problems. Just want to go over at least the first 5. So number 1 says, Tom's high school played 17 football games this year and 2 were at night. The team won most of their games. They were defeated during 4 games. How many games did they win? So we need to identify the important information. So we know that they played 17 games. And they were defeated during 4 games. So how many did they win? So that's the important information. We also have that 2 were at night. That's not important to us. The team winning most of their games, also not important. The only information we need is the 17 games in total, and they lost 4. So our equation would look like the 17 games in total minus the 4 games that they lost is 13 games in total. So they won 13 games. So for number 2, there were 12 bales of hay in the barn, bales in the shed. Jason stacked more bales in the barn today. There are now 71 bales of hay in the barn. How many bales did he store in the barn? So we know this is all about the barn. That's what they want to know, is how many were in the barn. So we started with 12 bales of hay in the barn, and now there are 71 bales of hay in the barn. So that is the important information we need to know. So if there's 71 now, and we know that we started with 12, we take away the 12 we started with to figure out how many more he put in. So we have 71 minus 12, and that is 59. So he stored 59 bales of hay. Number 3, Melanie is baking a cake. The recipe calls for 6 cups of flour. She already put in 3 cups. How many more cups does she need to add? So we know that she needs in total 6 cups of flour. We already have 3 cups of flour, so how many more cups? So if we're starting with 6 in total, and we take away the 3 cups we already put in, that means we need 3 more cups flour in her cake. Number 4, there were 8 roses in the vase. Melanie cut some more roses for her flower garden. Now there are 17 roses in the vase. How many did she cut? So there were 8. Now there's 17. So it grew by what? So 8 plus what is 17? So if we started with 17, or we have 17 now, and we take away the 8 that we already had in there, 17 minus 8 is 11. No, it's 9. I'm sorry. It is 9. Number 5. Last week, Tom had $37 and Jason. Tom washed cars over the weekend and now has $66. How much money did Tom make washing cars? So we know that Tom had $37 and that now he has $66. So how much money did he make? We don't care about Jason because Jason's not part of our question. So he has $66 and you take away the $37 he started with. 66 minus 37 is 29. So he earned $29 washing cars. Okay. Number 6, Alyssa found 81 seashells and 14 starfish on the beach. She gave Mike some of her seashells. She has 29 seashells left. How many seashells did she give Mike? So she found 81 seashells and she has 29 left because she gave some to Mike. So how many did she give away? So we don't need the starfish information, so it's not important to the question. So we know that she had 81 and now she only has 29. And 81 minus 29 is 52. Number 7, Sarah has 18 books and 28 magazines in her library. She bought several books at a yard sale over the weekend. She now has 56 books in her library. How many did she buy at the yard sale? So we know she had 18 books, and now she has 56 books. So if we take the total number of books that she has, and we subtract what she started with, we have 56 minus 18, and that means that she bought 38. Okay. Tim received $93 for his birthday. He went to a sporting goods store and bought a baseball glove, baseball, and bat. He had $31 left over. How much did he spend on the baseball gear? So we know he started with $93 and now he has $31. So if we take what he started with as 93 and subtract what he has now, which is 31, 93 minus 31 is 62. So he spent $62. Number 9, Sandy had 37 peaches left at her roadside fruit stand. She went to the orchard and picked more peaches to stock up the stand. There are now 53 peaches at the stand. How many did she pick? So she had 37, and now she has 53. So how many did she pick? So if we take the total that we have, which is 53, and we subtract how many we started with, we have 53 minus 37 will give us 16. So she picked 16 peaches. And our last one. After paying $6 for the pie, Alyssa had $51 left. How much did she have before buying the pie? So she paid $6 and now she has 51. So they want to know how much she had before buying the pie. So she has $51 and she had spent $6. So we add those two numbers together, and 51 plus 6 is 57. So she started with $57. Okay, that's everything I have planned for us today. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If I don't hear from you, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all next week.